Hello and welcome to New York by Night stream, which will start from Empire State Building on Broadway. We will start our today's journey, at almost 9:30 p.m. on January 14th from this place by Macy's. As you can see, all Christmas decorations have been removed and nothing reminds of holidays anymore. The best view to Empire State Building is probably from here. Cross streets are 34th Street and Broadway or 6th Avenue, and we will take a walk along Broadway a little all the way to Times Square. After that we will go to Bryant Park, then we'll walk on 5th Avenue and to Rockefeller Center, where the main Christmas tree, not just of New York but of the whole country, was removed last night at 2 a.m. It did get chilly in New York, so it does feel like winter. Yesterday it was even snowing, but it's still not as cold as it usually is during this time of the year. And I want to use this opportunity to greet all the new followers and people who I know from other channels. I thank you for all the subscriptions. I thank you for all the likes. I thank you for all your comments. As I promised, I'm responding to all of them. There are a couple unanswered comments from the Rangers game, but I promise to answer them all before end of today. I was doubting whether I should do this live stream at this late hour, but tomorrow is a day off. Tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day in New York, in America. So most companies, if not all, have it as day off. So I would like to sleep in, but it's impossible because I have to wake up early tomorrow. I want to see something what I don't even know if it will be happening, but I do have to be there early. So maybe I will catch up with some sleep later on. Sandman, hello. A person who was not interested in my generous gift. Sandman, are you returning to work or are you still working remotely? I actually appreciate all companies who return their workers back to the office. And Subway now works as normal, I would say, well, as much normal as can be in New York, which is there are rush hours in the morning and in the evenings. And during the day it's not as busy. I have not seen it in a while, not since before COVID, and it makes me feel good that people are returning back to normal or have returned back to normal. I hope your company does this as well, Sandman. Enough is enough. I think it makes people completely lazy if they work from home. I personally have not been inside even during 2020 and 2021 even once. During 2020, that's when I took most of my walks. I walked at least 20 kilometers a day. Streets of Manhattan were empty, and you know what? I found so many videos from back then, how they were burning cars, what was happening in streets, how they were burning everything, how windows of stores were broken. And I decided that I will be posting all that in short videos here on my YouTube. Ta-da! Working from home. I don't know why they don't want us back. Well, I hear that a lot of companies, like big tech companies and big companies like Goldman Sachs and stuff, they fired a lot of people. Is your company one of them? Well, no, I guess it's not. Your company didn't fire people, right? You guys just work remotely. Do you still have an office? So we're walking on Broadway. Surprisingly, it's not dirty, but usually in the mornings it's really, really dirty. Maybe because trash is removed. What makes me happy now in New York, so then 1 second, I'll just say this thing and then I promise to answer what you're writing. What makes me happy about New York is to see a lot of people who clean streets now. I see them more and more. That didn't seem that job to clean streets of New York even existed. Why I'm saying that, yes, you could see some people like removing trash and sometimes cleaning up streets, but this is not a job by itself. So these are mostly people that do something else during the day, like sanitation department, but like not specifically cleaning streets. But now I think that but what happened before, there were people from different organizations. For example, a person who cleaned Times Square who used to belong to the Times Square area, or who used to be part of that area, who worked doing something else in that area. And so as a side job, it seemed like people were cleaning up streets. Now it seems like there is a separate job in sanitation department or I don't know what, but you see a lot of people wearing green and red who are cleaning streets of Manhattan now. And I must admit, streets did become a lot cleaner. Also considering that there are a lot of tourists now, many more tourists than before. Speak about clean. And much more trash too in restaurants. So, Sandman, I didn't refuse it. I have to run my family business. Having a small business is not an easy thing these days. But you mean you have to run your family business? So you work remotely doing your main job plus you run family business? Family business meaning some sort of store or what is it, if I may ask? Sure, I can go to my office whenever. So you do still have an office in that nice location by Chrysler Building, right? Your party boy May finally decided to do some work instead of partying 24/7. You know, I don't take subway that too often, as you know. I mostly walk. But on the rare occasions when I did take subway in recent days, I see that I don't speak about Herald Square. That's like the most crap hole in the city, probably. It's the dirtiest, it's the most smelly, it's probably the only station which has, to say that it's not air conditioned, it's to say nothing. It's the worst. But other stations became better.
Sorry, shit about you.
Gosh. Like cleaner, more, I don't know how to say, like organized or something like that. And they also have some police. Yes, police a lot of times just spends a lot of time on the phone, but still, they're still there. And there are announcements saying, oh, if you need police station, it's located on this station. For example, 14th Street, Union Square, which is great to hear. I don't know whether it helps, because I think there should be cameras and at least one policeman in something new being put here. At least one policeman on each train to start with, or cameras. Cameras would be enough. But since each, how to say that, like car of the train is so long, there should be several cameras. At least one at the beginning and one at the end of the car, of each car. But policeman should be sufficient, or just, yeah, policeman should be sufficient on each train as well, so he can run between cars. Also, just a couple of days ago, when I was on one of these trains, I heard an announcement that there was one policeman on the train. I don't know whether it was true or not, and how far he can run, because trains are so long. But I mean, hopefully it works. You got that right. My family got a small business. I got a double duty. Okay. All right. Is there someone but you to do the family business? So that's your parents and maybe some other family members. I remember, I think you said that you're the only one in the family. So that's they rely on you, right? Oh, there are police on horses. I love that. We are so lucky to be able to see that today with live stream. People who are new to this channel or who just randomly appeared to be here, you're welcome to my channel, Travel Treasure, or Treasure Travel, and you are more than welcome to subscribe, to follow me, to like what I show, and to comment. I would much appreciate that. They don't speak English too well, I see, and people, how to say, customers are English speakers in the area where you live. What a beautiful horse. What a beautiful horse. Can I pet it or? Oh my god.
Right there.
Oh, you're so pretty. What's his or her name?
Tony.
Tony.
Tony, yep.
You're so pretty, Tony. Can I take you home? My home is
By all
way too
means.
small. But I would.
By all means.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Now he doesn't
Go,
want to
Tony.
work.
Come on, you have to work. What a beautiful horse. Wow. All right, remote work works out better for me. So yeah, well, yes, I understand. In your specific case, I totally understand. But what if they need you at your main job and you are not available because you are doing family business? Has it ever happened? Or you are just, like as long as it works in your main job, they are fine with you doing whatever during the day? Primarily English-speaking Americans, but some Polish and Hispanic customers as well. So so that you need to speak English, right? So it's not like they can speak their language, Korean, right? So we're approaching Times Square during the day and in the morning. As we remember, connection here was pretty good. Now it must be a little more crowded, so let's see if it will be as good now as it was on other days earlier. And what it is windy, it is cold. That's why I was not sure whether late and cold and we having to wake up early and we still having plenty of things to do, like having all the social media and many projects in mind, plus working full-time. It's a little difficult to find time and to cover everything, but I'm trying my best. And it's cold and it's late, but still I really want to share the beauty of New York, especially by night. Leonid, hello! I'm there, my parents got less thing to worry. That's good. That is very good. You're a good son. Good son of your parents. So we're on Times Square. I think I shouldn't even be saying this because this place is easily recognized. They keep building something on the right side. There is scaffolding here there has been scaffolding for a very long time. And I don't know if they will ever finish it. It seems unrealistic. Even the sign 2023, which they put up a little before New Year's, is gone because of that construction. And now it's not as crowded, but imagine bikes and other transportation and people sharing this narrow road in a busy New York, especially during the holidays. Impossible. When I'm there, oh, Sandman. Such nice words. So Sandman, tell me, what sports are you into? Do you know, what is his name? Landon Collins from American, I think it's American football. So he was on during Rangers game. Rangers lost today. He was during Rangers game the other night when I went there. Oh, tomorrow! I want to speak about my plans for tomorrow as well. Now I'm taking trains only. I don't get to see the view too often. Oh, you know what, Sandman? I heard that they're opening new something LIRR station at Grand Central. I have no idea where this is. I think it will be closer to Madison Avenue. One of the Russian subscribers actually reminded me of that. I think I saw it somewhere before that when I was actually on LIRR from JFK. I think they're opening it sometime soon. Have you heard of it? And maybe it will be even, I don't know whether New Jersey Transit will go there as well. Yes, the New York Giants. Yes, so he was during Rangers game as well. So it was Henrik of Rangers, it was Ryan Reynolds, and him. I don't remember if I posted. I think I posted in shorts all three of them, and there was some actor. I don't think he's that well known, so he was with them as well. But I didn't even catch his name. I'm bad at names, remembering names. So tomorrow, I will tell a little secret to people who watch this video. You guys are really lucky because you can know all the secrets of New York from not just a local, but from local who likes to explore and get to the bottom of everything and get all the secrets that this place holds. So, if you were ever to go to an observation deck of Hudson Yards, the Edge, I can give you one recommendation. If in addition to your desire to go to that observation deck, you also like to eat, make a reservation at the restaurant that is called Peak. Yes, prices are not that cheap, but that's New York. I mean, for New York, these prices are regular. The restaurant is located on 102nd floor. I think they have a fixed menu, which is reasonably priced. You can even take something small. You cannot make a reservation there at the lounge. You can. I mean, you can still go to the lounge, but one perk in that case you will not be able to use, as opposed to you making a reservation at the dining area. And that perk is going free of charge to the Edge. Reservations to that restaurant need to be made a little in advance, but it's still worth it. I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm doing it tomorrow at 1 p.m. I have not been there yet. I read about it today. I saw the menu and I want to see whether it's worth it or not, and that I will be able to share during one of the next live streams. Yes, Leonid, Rangers, no good today. They lost. Wow, confetti still flying after New Year's. So this is Times Square. Hope connection is good. Max, hello. I was just sharing one of the tips or secrets of New York. I'm glad that there are more and more English speakers from my other channel, where I was mostly doing live videos and not just live in the Russian language. But now you guys are coming here, plus there are newcomers, and I welcome all of you. London came back to Giants a few weeks ago. He probably played. Oh, really? So he's still an active player. I didn't know. I love all footballs: original football, American football, rugby football. Interesting. I could never understand rules of baseball and American football, and why people here like it so much. I guess if you're really into it, then you're really good. I mean, you really have to understand how it's played. I don't. I'm not good. So Times Square is not as busy now that there are not as many tourists. People are doing fun pictures, taking fun pictures. And where shall we go next? Next, let's go to Rockefeller, of course. Next, actually, let's pass by a few Broadway theaters. Yes, let's do that. Baseball, unless you watch that from early age, you will not understand. It's very slow game. I tried, I promise, I tried to understand rules of baseball. I even once went to the Yankee Stadium, I believe. That's where they played, but I was still not able to figure it out. So I'm like, okay, if it comes to me, it comes, otherwise, whatever. I know that Americans are really, really much into this. I don't know if there is any other nation in the world or country in the world that likes American football and baseball as much as Americans do. Wow, the red stairs are open today, which is good, because recently it's been raining a lot, and for that reason the stairs were closed quite often. So let's see the view from the famous red stairs to Times Square. I hope connection will not let us down. Famous 3D or 4D or 10D screen. I don't know how many Ds there are already in modern technology. So let's have a look from here. So that's view to 7th Avenue on the right, to Broadway on the left. Actually, again, a tip for you guys. You see the most beautiful view without the crazy crowds.
Take a picture.
1 second, and wouldn't be able to get to Grand Central. Oh gosh, connection. Okay, New Jersey Transit wouldn't be able to get to Grand Central. I don't think they can. Reconnected, right? I look at. Okay, 1 second. Let me just first read what Sandman wrote and respond, and then UMass. So. Don't think they can drill it from Penn to there because of buildings in between. I do think they can, because if LIRR goes all the way now to, I don't know. I mean, they have to turn. I don't know. Maybe there are already roads there we don't know about. You know, they just have to activate them somehow. You know. Oh, these are most popular areas of the city. Max, 1 second. Okay, so now a new site in New York, and you see a lot of them everywhere. You can see on Brooklyn Bridge here, and in other main tourist locations. So that's a 360-degree picture of view of the city. I don't know exactly what it looks like and how they sell it, but that's new as of last year. And of last year, they're becoming more and more creative. Okay, so now back to what Max wrote. And as I said, the best view, you cannot see it really well, and the music is very loud, but it's from here. Unfortunately, a lot of music which can block this video, but what can I do? It's New York. Crazy. And I don't know why they have to make it so loud. New York in general is extremely loud, especially compared to Europe, where people speak quietly, where you don't have to yell to be heard. Here, people, even when they speak, you know, like if you had like 10 points at volume, so Europeans speak at 2 points, enough to hear. And same with sirens, for example. While Americans, they go beyond 10. I don't know why, and they're not even yelling.
Ladies, you got a night tour, you think ready?
Oh no, thank you.
VIP, check it out.
So Max, I took a pano photo right. What is pano photo? Right. You mean from the red stairs where we were? They were supposed to build more stations on the west side, though. West side, which they will probably, because Hudson Yards, the most popular area now of the city's Hudson Yards are there, so the most popular area is there, and yeah, I think they will. The only like real stop there is seventh, the last stop of 7th train. That's it. I'm pretty sure they will have something. They will add something to it. Too many people, yeah, too many. So financial crisis of 2008 became from this place where there is currently Barclays building, but there used to be building of Lehman Brothers. Yeah. So that, and from not too far from here, 6.5 Avenue starts. Also another secret of New York, which even locals don't know. Not all locals know about. 6.5 Avenue is not open all the time. It's only open during certain hours, and it might be closed by now already. Or parts of it actually open and close at different times. So, for example, between 52nd and 53rd, it's open. For example, I'm just saying, giving you random numbers. Between 7 and a.m. and let's say 7 p.m. Then between 54th and 55th Street, it can be open between 10 a.m. let's say and 8 p.m. So it's different everywhere. I don't know even if you guys who live in America, Max, Sandman, and other people who will watch this video, if you have ever been to, or if you know about restaurant called, a chain of restaurants that is called TGI Fridays. One of them was here, another one not too far from here on 5th Avenue, approximately on the same level. They are now all closed. They're all gone. The buildings or the space where they used to be has been empty for more than 6 months, if not a year. It has been vacant. I don't know why, and I don't know even why they closed, because I think that these restaurants were pretty popular, and I feel sad because prices there were reasonable. I went there a bunch of times, and I don't like that they're closed now. Yeah, I think TGI Fridays. I've been to the one on 5th Avenue. Me too, a bunch of times. Yes, Red Stairs, that corner. Well, that's famous. It's like a business card of New York. If you don't have a picture from there, that means you haven't been to New York. Right, Sandman? Snow in Sedona and Jerome. Really? Wow. Does it actually snow often in these areas? I didn't even know that it gets snowy there. I'm really surprised. I need to go back to Sedona and Jerome, to the abandoned, what is it? Abandoned mining place. I don't even remember what was abandoned. I just remember it being abandoned. I live here, so I don't take pictures. I live here, but I do take pictures. And by the way, if some of you don't know, I post pictures every day, mostly in stories on Instagram. My Instagram is NewYork_Natalia. Thank you for the reminder, Sandman. And if anyone wants to ever support my channel, me, my video, and I promise all the money goes towards visiting several different places in New York, including I'm thinking about going to Statue of Liberty soon, maybe to Washington DC during blossom blooming, when cherry blossom. So if you ever want to support, I have Venmo here, so you are more than welcome to show your gratitude there. Ghost Town, abandoned mine, that's right. I've been to a bunch of abandoned cities in different states, but this one is probably my favorite because you really see a lot there, a lot of abandoned cars, a lot of abandoned buildings. So it's not like, it doesn't look, you see that something was there at some point, but at the same time it's like, it's really vivid. So it's not like there's one something laying in the middle of the desert, for example, like there was in I think it was in Nevada maybe, and the way to get there was pretty tough. So it's like there are no gas stations at a very long distance. Then you go, the road is not as good, and then you like there is no GPS signal, and then you get there and there is just one or two small things, and it's like, okay, so I went here all the way for that. All right, got it, bye bye. And so most of them are like that where I've been, but that one in Jerome is really good. Crowds of people in the center. And yes, Leonid, very busy in major tourist locations. So 1951 and 1971, yes, they removed Christmas decorations from pretty much everywhere. These are the few trees that are left that are still decorated. I think that they will actually stay through summer or whenever leaves start to appear, because they just don't care. But everything else, all the Christmas trees from stores, from windows of stores, from outside, they have been removed. The only one Christmas tree which I still saw yesterday, but I think it would be removed soon, if not yet, that is in Madison Square Park. And the sculpture which you probably saw in my stories yesterday, that was in the same location. And the same sculpture, or that particular sculpture, was put on top of the court building today. It's the only female, I don't know, whatever this is called, which, like, there are 9 males on top of that building, court building, I mean, by also right by this park, Madison Square Park. So now the sculpture of a female is the only one among 9 men there. I will go and check it out, because yesterday it was not there yet. If you remember, there were huge red balls in a fountain here. Now there is neither fountain nor balls. You'll work here. I like these buildings here, and they have just put this Big Apple in Big Apple. If you guys know why New York is called Big Apple, please share. If you don't know, but you can Google it, or you can find an answer to that question, please leave that in a comment. I have my theory and I stick to it. I think I'm right about it, but I'm not exactly sure, because I started to have my own theory about it. So this is Big Apple in Big Apple, Radio City Music Hall, and now we will go to Rockefeller Center and check out the Christmas tree, which is not there anymore. But we'll still have a look at it, at the place where it used to be, right? Usually there are plenty of people selling crazy stuff like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, and many other things for cheap. Of course, they're all fake. But if before police were like running after them, and that's why they have them, as you can see, I actually see one of them, they have them on a piece of cloth so that they can pack and run quickly. But now police don't care. Well, police don't care about a lot of crimes in New York, in all honesty. This is halal place, which is, I don't know if there is any difference between this halal and any other, but I guess there is. And why I know that, or why I think that, is not from the ugly look of it and mayo more than food that they give, as I see now, but looking at that huge line. I don't think that people would wait in the cold for so long for something not as good. Hello, Dmitry. I live by a few rules, and one of them is Natalia is always right. Or yet. right? Beautiful illumination at night in New York. Yes, Leonid. Your English is very good. So see, now it's what, 10 p.m. Sandman, what time is it? Or Max? There used to be a Christmas tree, so there used to be some first one when they put Christmas tree with a tunnel of Fox. To the left is building of NBC, and all around us these are buildings of Rockefeller Center. A lot of people mistakenly think that there's just one building of Rockefeller Center. No, that's a huge complex of buildings. 8:15 in Arizona, so 10:15. Imagine 10:15 p.m. time when nobody eats, when people go to bed, and these people are waiting in the cold for something probably really good. So now we're headed towards Rockefeller Center, the main building of the Rockefeller Center, in front of which there was Christmas tree until 2:30 a.m. last night. 8:15, perfect time. I wish it was 8:15 here. At least I would have an opportunity to accomplish much more than I already did today. Unfortunately, days pass by so quickly. If only I could extend them. I should go to sleep instead of watching this NFL playoff game. Oh, you know what I learned? I just learned yesterday that gambling became official in New York, so legal. They legalized gambling last year in New York. How I know that? I know some people who gambled through some people in whose states gambling was allowed. Now they gamble directly from New York, and I'm like, why is this person like speaking about gambling all the time? I'm like, isn't it like sketchy, weird, and like dangerous if it's illegal? And then one of the people explained to me that now it's legal as of last year. And not just that, but they also want to put a casino or legalize gambling in Saks on Fifth Avenue. I was like, what? There are so many crazy things happening in New York, including a store which just appeared where they sell officially, legally, weed. The first store, even though unofficially, they were selling it in a bunch of places, like in all smoke stores, in all places where you can buy anything to smoke, they sell weed. And no one does anything to these people. But nonetheless, now there is an official store where weed is sold legally. I'm like, what else can be in this place? That halal guy thing is the reason why many Americans are fat. But why specifically that one? Because a lot of times when I pass this during holidays, and then when I pass during holidays, there is another halal person who is like on the next block, and it never has any people next to that halal place, and it looks exactly the same to me. No difference. Unfortunately, they closed this place for tomorrow's show, which is today's show. Tomorrow's show called Today's Show. I'm not wrong. And why they closed it already now? Because the show starts early. It starts at 7 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. American people who are here who do have TV, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't have TV. I just counted how many movies I watched last year, most of which were old. They were 5. And tomorrow they say that J-Lo will be in that show. So she's promoting actually one of her movies with another actor whose name I don't remember. New Jersey, New York, few other states. Crazy, of course. Well, yeah, Las Vegas too. Not the whole Nevada. I think Nevada in general, right? Is gambling allowed in Arizona, Max? Is it a legal thing there? When you watch any sports game, you get bombarded by sports betting companies. Really? I see. Wait, has it been legal? I think my the person I know actually gambled through someone in New Jersey. So is it legal in New Jersey? Has it been legal, or it was legalized not a long time ago? I don't even know this. Okay, all right. Caesars I know because when you go to Atlantic City by Greyhound, on the ticket you get like with the ticket you purchase, they give you I think $20 to gamble or something. So it's with Caesars, so they give you a card of Caesars. Well, at least that was a few years ago. New Jersey was first, then New York. I see. How long ago was New Jersey? And do you gamble? I don't, because if I gamble I will lose everything. I don't know when to stop. I don't have any limits. I think TGI Fridays, correct me if I'm wrong again, Sandman, it used to be here. And then why did they even close that chain? It was popular. Like, I mean, it couldn't have possibly gone bankrupt. So that sucks, where they're removing Christmas decorations before even Christmas tree was gone. They already put down illumination on Saks. It was at the very beginning of January. Usually even Christmas tree, the main Christmas tree of the country, is removed early, but this year it stayed all the way until 14th of January. And this is the biggest, most famous Gothic, oh come on, church in the whole America, St. Patrick's Cathedral. Beautiful inside, to be honest. I don't have time to analyze all the games, and even if I do, I will still lose. Welcome to my team. I'm same way. I don't gamble, I never win. I'm exactly the same. Well, you know them all, Sandman. All the betting companies. They seem to be really after you, huh? Interesting windows of stores in New York. Yes, many casinos. So gambling is legal in Arizona as well. Hey Max, I have another question to you. Arizona, so does it have same time zone everywhere, or are there, because I'm really confused. I think that in some place in Arizona, especially on the border with either California or no wait, I don't remember which, like the beautiful canyon where you have to take a tour, because Sky Sports, English Premier League main broadcaster, get most of their money from those betting companies. Well, they seem to know you too. So this is the main building of Rockefeller Center, at the bottom of which there is a famous Faux Schwarz toy store, probably the most famous in the entire country, now that Toys R Us went bankrupt. But there is a pop-up store of Toys R Us in Macy's on Herald Square right now. In case some of you have kids, maybe this information will be useful. But Faux Schwarz used to be behind Apple Store, the first Apple Store where Steve Jobs was present during the opening. And since then there is, I think, some sports store actually, like NHL or something sports store behind it. And instead, so they put down the Faux Schwarz store. I think there were a lot of people who rightfully complained, so they reopened it at the bottom of Rockefeller Center more than a year later. And that's the most famous skating rink, where a boy from Home Alone 2 was skating to, or someone from this movie for sure. And that's where the Christmas tree was, which is now completely gone. I was in Atlantic City the day they down Trump casino sign. They took the letter T, so it rump. Okay, I guess that's supposed to be funny, but Okay. So flags. They removed also flags, which looked well like something you clean floors with. To me personally, which were here for Christmas, for holidays. They were gold and silver, and they put back flags of each state. At some point in time, there were flags of countries that represent that are present in United Nations, and they were in alphabetic order. During other time, there were flags with some paintings from people. There was a contest, and those which won were put on a flag, and they were hanging right by in front of the main building of the Rockefeller Center. I will show you now a place where the stem of the Christmas tree always goes each year. It's very cold, Leonid. I am very cold. It's not, I mean, for this time of the year, it's bearable, but for me, to me personally, it's cold. Yes, many casinos. That I read. Arizona does not have daylight savings time. We don't change our clocks. Everybody else changes. But everywhere in Arizona, time is the same, or are there different time zones, even within the same state? They did not put any flags here, and that's why the view is not obstructed by anything right now. So that's the famous golden sculpture in front of Rockefeller Center, and a lot of people are skating, even though it's the most expensive skating rink in the country, in the city. Another skating rink is located where we can go now, but I'm afraid it's already closed. It's at Bryant Park and to the right, and one other one, it's tell me the name of it, in Central Park to the left, and that's where the stem of the, you can go ahead, thank you, that's where the stem of the Christmas tree, of Rockefeller's Christmas tree, goes. And this year I was watching the tree being put up, and they are not lying, that's exactly where it goes. Arizona, okay, I read that. So American flag next to flags of different states, and this is a building of NBC channel with today's show. We just went to the other side of it, where J-Lo is probably coming tomorrow. And this is the toy store which I was telling you just now about, Fau Schwartz. Let's go have a sneak peek at the studio of this NBC News building. Oh, why are you going on red? It's actually red. Hello? Oh, he's a taxi, so he can, I guess. They're putting some flowers. They're preparing for it at night already. Wow. See all the cameras. And if you ever watch TV and see this show, I guess that's where people stay with different banners, which are given to them by organizers of different shows. Let's see what else is here. There are a few buildings which will also be put down, the small houses. That was après-ski. Usually it's après-ski, but this is après-ski. So you could sit and enjoy a drink here. You see how windy it is. Woohoo! Really windy, Leonid. Cold. California. Max, where is your flag? Sandman, where is yours? Where is Arizona? Where is New Jersey? Wow. Well, before I fly away, I think I should be finishing this live stream. I really appreciate those of you who were present during it. I thank you all for subscribing to my channel. Newcomers, welcome. It will be interesting. It already is interesting. I will be posting more and more short videos. I will be doing a lot of live videos. So thank you for joining my channel. Thank you for all the subscriptions. Thank you for all the likes and comments. And before I fly away with the wind, I am saying good night to you and see you next time. Leonid, Max, Sandman, Dmitry, have a wonderful night or day, depending where you are. Bye bye.